Hey guys, it's Train Bulk here, and now that my social features on PSN finally got restored because Crawling Shadow reported me, I can make videos again. Wanted to make a video real quick before I have to go out and do some grocery shopping. I'm going to be streaming later today, if possible. I'm going to try to be on around, I think, 8 p.m. Central Time, if possible. Maybe try to stream till midnight or something similar. So I wanted to talk about, because I see it all the time, and I just see my character being slandered, so I want to talk about Smoke, and whether Smoke is really a fraudulent character. So the thing is, I'm obviously going to tell you in the first place, not at all. I think Smoke is good. I think he's like top 5 to 7 somewhere in there. But I think he's very hard to play proficiently and use well. Not having a mid and having kind of a slow low for checking stuff does not help this character whatsoever. His Oki is not great. He's kind of risking his life if the player decides to delay wake up, and then if they don't delay wake up, they can wake up buttons on you to the point where I don't even think it's worth it to apply pressure on knockdown with this character most of the time. It's just too much of a risk unless you know what they're going to do. And yeah, so I do want to talk about Smoke a little bit, what does make him good, and what I think his weaknesses are aside from what I just listed. So the first thing is I think this character benefits from anything that allows him to extend damage in situations he normally can't. So those are Sonya and Scorpion. Sonya is useful in matchups where he might need to be more defensive because she has an invincible launching reversal that allows you to get good damage off of it. Scorpion gives you big damage off any decision you make, but he's not really as good for defensive options, right? You need to play better neutral if you're using Scorpion, I think. But yeah, just to demonstrate, I'm just gonna do like a basic jab combo here using Scorpion. So that's really high damage for a jab. No one else in this game is actually doing that much damage off of a jab, as far as I know, unless they're spending bar. The other thing that I see people complaining about is, like, this is a rare complaint, but people do not like how badly this character punishes you for jumping, and that's one of his other things, is if he air-to-airs you because you tried to neutral jump to be a throw or something, you should have just taken the throw, right? So I'm just going to show that off too. Almost 50% no bar spent just because you tried to jump. No one else in the game, to my knowledge, can do this kind of damage because you tried to jump. So that's one thing I really like about him is in a game full of people who are still in MK11 mode and trying to jump on wake up all the time, this is definitely a character that can enforce people to be scared to do that. So the other thing is that his neutral is pretty good. Forward 1 is basically just Manta back 1, and it's useful for the same purpose as down 3 is really good. You can make it safe on block by Vapor canceling it. He also has the double low down 3-4. You can make this safe by Vapor canceling it. And you can also play mind games around it, because the Scorpion, of course, they have to be scared getting hit by this move, because it leaves the full combos by itself, so they do have to be scared of that. And let me check here. We're going to check in real time. If I remember correctly, this will not... this will stop people from armoring through whatever you do. Okay. Now, Okay, wrong string, but no one's gonna do this, bro. No one ever takes advantage of this gap. So, like down 3. You can play some mind games around this. You can do that. You can do. See this? So you can bait armor attempts if you think they're going to try to armor through to beat you checking them. But they don't. I wish I could like show this off. I guess I have to do this by going to player 2. So I'm going to have this dummy do down 3 vapor. So that's interruptible, right? But if they do down 3-4, no gap there, right? They have to hold that. And then, one of the things that is common to do with this character is he'll do down 3-4 vapor cancel because it makes it safe on block, and also because it'll catch them hesitating, right? So obviously, if your opponent reads this, they can interrupt it. Well, not really. It's just can't even get the reversal to come out in time, even if I mash it. So this is pretty important because that means this is also an interruptible, as I recall. Yeah. So they can't interrupt this at all. So what happens if you get hit by this by itself? They take a pretty good amount of damage, even if you spend a bar on it. I believe you get 40% just off this move. Let's see. Ah, screwed up. Yeah, you get 41. So you get 41% if they try to mash off a lot of things, right? This also means you're down 1. I believe your down 1 can't be interrupted here either if you do this. So let me record that. Okay, that can be interrupted. But still, like, this character relies on mental frame advantage a lot. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the concept of mental frame advantage. Is basically you're so used to either not acting off something or not committing that they're not ready for you to follow up on something, so they respect you just enough for something else to hit afterward. So that's really good about this character, is that he baits you a lot into doing stupid decisions. Now, people complain about the gaps. I don't think the gaps are an issue with this character, because he punishes you so hard for trying to capitalize on them. Like, even if I have this set here, sure it works, yeah. They have to commit to that. You can even do this, even on this gap, if they even make use of that, right? Same thing with this. You can escape from this a million different ways that they try to armor out. And you can use vapor cancels to make them armor safe in a lot of cases. So I don't think the gaps are an issue, especially because the amount of mental stack that you have to put on somebody for them to have to resort to trying to like armor through your jab string in the first 2 hits and things like that, it's just not practical. So I think that's good about him. Another thing is this character really punishes you for bad fireballs. He does extremely high damage if he jumps in on you. And he has a very good jump in for doing that with jump 1. You can see it's like angled down quite a bit, especially from like this space here. It's very hard to throw fireballs against this character and not get punished. So let me actually do the combo here. .43% because they tried to throw fireball. It's pretty good. It's also good, of course, because it's nice that you don't have to spin meter with this character a lot of the time. He also has a true auto shimmy in this game, like an MK11 style auto shimmy. You can do 1114, and it's confirmable into a combo with Scorpion Cameo. So you can do like this. And it will work. Same thing goes for like 212. For some reason, people get opened up by this string all the time. And if it works, this goes to high damage. As you can see. So that's the thing that a lot of people in this game currently do not have right now, is like actual MK11 style auto shimmies. So that's pretty crucial. Now the other thing is, I think the overhead is really good, but the mistake that people make is they think this is a mix-up tool. It's not a mix-up tool. You use this for shimmying down 3s and down 4s, and you use it for beating like throw tech attempts, so they read your throw. Can I see, do they have throw on the list of reversal options here? They don't, of course. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta set this up. So hold on. Okay. They made this so complicated to use. Okay. So I have it, should be set to tech throws. So, okay, I think I need to get ASAP. Oh, right, there's no way to do reversal on hit. That's so annoying. Okay. They need to fix the practice mode in this game bad. So I guess I have to record it myself. So I'm gonna do down 3, throw. So alright, I forgot it's like MK11 teching. So if you try to tech here, you get hit. Like you have to wait so long to attack. You have to be mashing to actually interrupt this. Now it can get interrupted by accident, but I'm talking about you're fighting people who have like cleaner inputs than that. You can often bait getting hit by back 2 because they want tech throws. It's more practical off down 1 because the situation happens faster. Here. I wonder if this will work. Probably not. Yeah, they really need to give you like a reversal and hit option like Street Fighter has. Anyway. But the thing this character doesn't do, though, is he doesn't mix you up. And I actually think he's one of the only runaway characters in this game. And this brings me to something I noticed a lot of people complain about, is they don't like it that he gets to do this meterlessly. If they make this character have to spin meter for this, he is dead. this character absolutely needs the meterless teleport cancel. There's just no way that he'll even work if he loses this. Because that is what he does best, is he gets like a solid hit and then he runs away and he punishes you for overextending. That's how he plays. But I am telling you, if they make this cost meter, it's over for this character. Because he does not play standard MK1 very well. I mean, he is with punishment that's good, but his defense is terrible. This is one of the worst wake-ups in the entire game, in my opinion. The only way it works is if you do you have to do crazy shit like EX smoke bomb into teleport. And then confirm. But, like, that is so many layers ahead of most people. They're not even going to think that far, and they're just going to block your teleport by accident. It doesn't help that he is not in position to actually hit you. Here, see? Notice how when they turn around, it actually pushes them back a ways, so you actually can't hit people here. Let's do a jump kick. And you can't do anything with that jump kick. It's just terrible. I guess you can do this. And then maybe get something like that. But this was a terrible wake-up attack. Like, there were so many gaps in this game, he can't even punish with that. They just get to block afterward. So, he absolutely needs this. It's also the same thing with people complaining about the vapor cancels being free. Those also have to be free. If these aren't free, this character doesn't work. I wonder if it has the same error here. Yeah. See, it says here cost a bar super meter, but this cannot cost super meter, bro. If they do this, this character's dead. So, I do think he's very good. And I actually think this game is pretty well balanced so far. I think that Cyrax needs to be adjusted in some way, but I do think there's no character that's egregious. It's mostly cameo stuff that's kind of silly. But I don't want to nerf the game too hard. It's obvious they wanted this to be kind of a crazy game, and unlike MK11, this game meets a lot of their design goals they had, so I'm fine with that. I would be perfectly fine if this game stayed being kind of crazy, because I do think it's more honest than people want to admit that it is. So, anyway, I do want to talk about what about this character is lackluster. So first, he doesn't have any mids whatsoever. He has a 12 frame low and forward 3, but the problem with low NRS games is if people hold jump, you commit to the low and they jump and they fall out of the second hit of your low string and then you get punished on whiff because they got up. So I don't think having a fast low is that good in this game. Now you can jail it off of like down 3 and down 1, I think. Yeah, you can do that. But we're talking about, like, off this, let me send a block. Like, if you do this, though, you try down 3. Okay, that's weird. That's not making sense. I think I have to record this against myself. Hold on. This game does have a really bad practice mode. Okay. You can just jump out of this. So, even though you're +2 here, you just have to hold that. There's, like, nothing you can do here. So, all Smoke can ever do when he's plus is down 1, which kind of sucks for this character. Sucks really bad. So, that's one thing that I think really equalizes him with as strong as his tools are, is that he can't really check you threateningly at all. He has to commit to throwing, and I think throws are kind of weak in this game, to be honest. He has to commit to throwing, and he has to commit to just down 1 and then 1-1-1-4 jail, which is not good. Also, there's the fact that he has all these gaps that make jailing kind of risky. This is why when I play this character, I don't go for Oki a lot. I just take the hit and run away and punish people for overextending. I think that's the only way to play this character right now. But don't get me wrong, I do think this is a good character. But he's not like Baraka or Raiden or Kenshi for sure. He doesn't have any X factor or anything is kind of flowchart brainless as those characters have. But yeah, like the fact that people think that this needs to cost meter and this needs to cost meter, they are smoking something. If either of these cost meter, he's a useless character. Especially because he becomes so cameo reliant without this cancel, he gets nothing. Like, this string would only be able to do something with cameos like this. And this is even kind of hard because of the pushback on hit here. Like, this is just not acceptable damage in this game for something like that. Same thing, like, you could do this off the overhead, I guess, but once again, like, this has to be worth going for so you can get, like, this much damage. Because this overhead is hard to hit against, like, top players. It is. People don't believe it, but there are 100% people that block this back 2 on reaction every single time, and the only way you'll ever hit them is if you whiff punish them with it. That's it. Or you do something like, you make a read and you, like, space it out like this, and convert this way. Which doesn't even get you great damage considering. So, yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video about whether or not I think Smoke is the fraudulent. I think he's very good, but I think people who say he carries or this and that, I think they're absolutely out of their mind. I mean, there's no bind game often doing anything like this. Hold on. Except whether you poke him or not out of it. Like, none of these are ever plus. You can always interrupt there. So, like, there's no bind games there. He just needs this for the damage extending factor he gets when he gets to do that. Especially with other cameos. Scorpion really brings out this character's potential, but even a lot of the popular cameos I don't think are that good with this character at all. So, anyway, I want to end this with talking about, I think this character actually could use a couple of buffs to keep him more in line with the game. I think every character in this game should have a fast mid of some sort. I think forward one should be a mid. I think it would be completely fair because this string has a lot of holes in it anyway. It would be fair if this was a mid. And I would really like it. I know this is going to make some people mad. I would really like it if they made doing back forward 3 out of strings like this to beat gap exploitation. If this were faster, so that there was more definitive mind games around this, I would like that quite a bit. So he would have to take a risk to blow you up, but like he would be able to manipulate your defensive habits and turn them against you. That would be really nice if he could do that. But those are the only 2 things I would change about this character if I had my way. I think he's very good otherwise, and I think he's a lot of fun. But yeah, that's my opinion about this character. But I am curious, if you really think this character is unreasonable, I want you to tell me why. Because I think compared to the like definitive top tiers of this game, I think it's nothing compared to like Baraka or Raiden especially right now. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be streaming later tonight. See you guys.